write this in your own words too. So an example, while you guys are finishing up over here, this huge map right here, the title of it is The World. You guys see that? So it's not just talking about the United States or Africa or Australia, it's talking about the whole world. Who can tell me what the title of this map is? Raise your hand. Yes, Angel, thank you. The United States, exactly. And so look, this is a little picture of a map on here. And what do you think the title of this one is? I want you to circle it. Don't tell me circle it. You can tell me after. All right, Gavin, what is it of? United States of America, exactly. So give you guys a minute to finish writing. Not all maps are, and hopefully later I can show you guys some examples of other maps, and if not, then we'll do it another day.
Well, there's a world map.
A world map? Yep, that's right. That's a map of the whole world. And we're going to create a map of the classroom in a little bit. Yeah. All right, so is that a question, Isaiah?
There's a map for a school.
Yeah, exactly. Did you guys hear what Isaiah just said?
No. Yeah.
No, there's a map of this school over here.
Yeah, and it's in our map thing.
It's in your map thing, yep, exactly. So here's a map of the school right here.
It's in our
Oh, okay.
You see?
All right, guys, you guys ready to move on? All right, turn the page for me.
No. Yes.
All right, hurry and finish.
You see? It shows the path.
All right, guys, I'm waiting on you. Thank you, Jeff. Tyler, sorry. Yeah, or you can circle or highlight it. It's the same thing.
Oh, I can highlight it.
All right, you guys ready to go on? Flip the page and let's go to scale. Yes, ma'am. Do you have a question? Okay. All right, the scale, I think sometimes the scale is the trickiest part of a map because the scale is what maps are of a lot of space. So on a picture of a map, like for example, the world over here, the whole world is represented on this piece of paper. So it's tricky because this paper is only this big, but I can't have the whole world like this big in my hands, can I? So what you have is a scale right here on it, and on this scale it shows you how much this much space represents on a map. So kind of like the title tells you what you're looking at, the scale tells you how much ground, how much is covered. So right here it says in this space covers 1,000 miles. Whoa. So just right here, if you take just this part of the United States, that's 1,000 miles. That's what the scale tells you.
What?
So on this map, on our little map right here, you guys see it at the bottom, it's a little blurry, but it says that in this space right here, that is 50 miles. So, and this is the map of Davidson County. So this isn't even a map of the whole world or anything. This is the Davidson County map. So the title of this map would be Davidson County. So then, all the directions say to do here is to highlight or circle the scale. So can you guys highlight or circle the scale on here? Circling is fine.
It's on the bottom.
Exactly right. It's on the bottom. It's right here. Circle it. Yep. If you have a question, guys, raise your hand. If I have a question. You're circling the scale at the bottom. So who can explain to me what the scale is?
It's something.
Yes. It's at the bottom, exactly. But what does the scale do? What's the point of having scale on a map? Who haven't I heard from? Yes, what do you think the scale is? That's it. Okay, so maybe a scale could be 100 miles, but it also shows you what is covered in a map. So how much ground, how many miles, how many feet is covered in a map? Yes. What?
10 million.
10 million? Okay, so maybe if you're looking at a map of like the solar system or of outer space, it could be 2 million miles or something like that. That's true. 10 million maybe. All right, guys, on the last page, thanks for being so patient with me. The last page is legend or the map key, exactly. So here it says uses blank to show what is on the map. Who can raise their hand and tell me what they think that blank is? Uses what? Yes. Map key. Okay, that's not what goes in this blank, but you're right, it is a map key. But what are these little things called? It said it in our video. Symbols. So we're gonna write uses symbols to show what is on the map. So you're gonna write symbols in the blank. So I'm gonna wait on you guys to write symbols in the blank. All right, everybody written symbols. Thank you so much. Okay, so then at the very bottom, who can read me what it says right here? Somebody, I have it. Can somebody raise their hand and tell me? Yes. Create your own symbol. So I want you guys to think in your minds, because I don't even write anything down, think in your mind about a symbol that you might want to use to put on a map, any kind of map. It can be a map of the world, a map of your house, a map of the classroom, a map of anything. So right here we have some examples. Right here we have an example of this tree could be a park, this line could be a railroad, this G could be a gas station. For me, I drew a picture of like a little tiny house and said that could be my house. If I was drawing my neighborhood or something, that could be a house. Or I drew a picture of a book and said that could be a school. Or a library. So I want you guys to take a minute and draw an example on the bottom here. Yes, question. Yep, please come up with your own. Yes. Yeah. Yes, keep. You can draw anything, any kind of symbol you want that's going to represent something. Is that a house? Good job. I'm going to give you guys a few more minutes and we're going to move on. Question if your hand's up. You have a question? Yes. Can I spell what? Just get as close as you can. Questions? Okay. So now you guys, yes, Pete. Yep, looks good. Okay, so now we're going to do a really cool activity. We're all going to draw a map of the classroom. But what we're going to do first is we're going to divide into groups, and every group is going to have a part of the classroom. So we're cutting our classroom into 4 pieces. Exactly. So going straight down the row of desks, and then going straight down this row. And so I created groups for everybody, but here's the thing. I need you guys to be listening right now. So here's the thing. You need to have 4 things that we put in our map book in the map that you drew. Who can raise their hand and tell me one of the 4 things that have to be on there? Angel. What's going to be on your map? The title. What's going to be? What else? Compass rose. What about, yes. That's okay, I'll say it later. What about the map, what? Map key. And then which one are we forgetting? The scale. Good job. So guys, we're not going to break it yet. We're going to do an example together. So, just for an example, okay, just for an example, I'm going to do just this part of the classroom. So if we were to just, if I was just drawing a map of just this part, this is what I would do. My title is going to be front of classroom. That's my title, so I'm going to underline it. Then I'm going to do my compass rose. I'm going to just go ahead and do it from the beginning so I don't forget. I'm going to do north, east, what's the bottom? South, what's the left?
West.
And then I'm going to go ahead and draw my box for what? What's this gonna be? My map
Key.
key. And what goes inside your map keys?
Symbol.
Good job. So first I'm gonna draw. I look around and I see this carpet right here. So I'm gonna have the carpet. So I'm gonna put the circle over here and I'm gonna write carpet because on my drawing, this carpet, that's what it represents. Yes, so then I'm gonna look around and I'm like, I could draw some desks. So I'm gonna just draw some squares like this to be my desks.
You just like put them together.
Exactly, and so then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna put a square again and I'm gonna write desk. So you should be able to look at your map key and say, what is this right here? Oh, go to your map key, that's a carpet. What are these? Oh, go to your map key, that must be a desk. Then I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna see the smart board up there. And so I'm gonna draw the smart board. And so then I'm gonna draw a bigger square on my map key to represent my smart board. So do you guys see what I'm doing? Whenever I draw on my map, I'm also drawing in my map key. Okay, but you guys, what have I forgotten on my map right now? Yes, Isaiah. So I have my title, I have my map key, I have my compass rose. I don't have mine yet. I don't have my scale, so this is tricky, so I want you guys to think with me. When I'm drawing my scale, would it make sense to say that this part of the classroom right here is a mile?
No.
No. What about this whole part of the classroom is an inch?
No.
No, a mile's too big, an inch is too small, but what might be a good measurement I could use? Centimeters?
Foot.
A foot maybe? Yeah, what are you thinking? What about earlier? You measured, who'd you measure earlier? And how tall was he? He was
3 feet and 4 inches.
He was 3 feet and 4 inches, so you could use feet or you could use a yard. There's 3 feet in a yard. So you could use feet or yards. So I'm going to draw my scale right here, and I'm going to draw this line right here, and I'm going to say, in my classroom, you can use a meter, yeah. I'm going to say, in this classroom, this part right here, I'm going to say that this line represents about
1 feet.
1 mile, would that make sense?
A foot?
Maybe about 1 foot. I'm going to say 1
3
foot.
feet and 4 inches.
Okay? So that makes sense. Do you guys understand what we're doing?
Yeah.
Alright, before we do it, since we got the PowerPoint, we're going to show you guys just a couple pictures.
That's like a map of. That's a map of.
If you scroll down, it was working
Oh,
like that.
perfect. Okay. So then a second ago you guys asked me if there's multiple maps. And so here's an example. This is a world map. This is a map of what state is this? North Carolina. North Carolina. And then look, this is the United States. And then this is one of Davidson County. So we can have all different kinds of maps. Maps represent lots of different things. Okay, so then, just to show you guys a visual, what is this picture of? And you see alright guys, I'm waiting for you. And you see how north, east, south, and west. And then look, this map right here has a compass rose in the corner. Your maps need to have a compass rose in the corner. Okay? And then, as we were talking about, what are the titles of the map? You guys see how each of these maps have a title?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, and then this is the Hasty Elementary map. Oops. It's okay. And then we have the scale. This is what I was talking about. This is a really good example of a scale right here. So this line right here,
That's 7,000 feet. 1 mile.
it says that this is 1 mile, but this is not really 1 mile, is it? If you look at this and you walked from right here to right here, you didn't really walk a mile, did you?
No.
No, but this is just showing you what it represents on this map.
7,000.
So then, I think this is our last one. This is the map key. And this is some more examples. I like this example up here because it shows you this hamburger represents a restaurant. This right here represents bathroom. And then this right here represents a park. So that's what you guys need to have on your map when you're drawing. If you're drawing a desk, you need to come at the bottom or on the side. You need to put in the map key a symbol of what a desk looks like. Okay?
I think a mile's
Alright, so do that.